So here at Byrna, we get a lot of feedback about our products, but in some cases, that feedback can be a little angry. So now it's my turn to provide some feedback in a segment we are calling Mean Posts. So the first post. When referring to the Byrna, is that like a vegan burger? Why buy a toy when I have all I need here in the form of deadly weapons? So this definitely sounds like some couch commando who's never actually had to use a deadly weapon in real life. Look, the chance of you having to use deadly force is literally and statistically less than 0.01% or 1/100th of 1%. You probably should think of how you're going to respond to that other portion of that force. Plus, have you ever tried those Beyond Burgers? They're actually pretty good. Second post. How is a paintball gun going to help you? Well, I wouldn't expect a paintball gun to be able to help you. That's why we don't sell paintball guns. Look, the fact that our weapons are air-powered means that they're not considered firearms. So now they can legally be carried anywhere, over state lines, they can be carried in any building, and our rounds obviously don't contain paint. They use the actual chemical agents that are the same chemical agents used by law enforcement, the military, and they've been using these for over 50 years. So look, bottom line is I would invite anyone that would like to play around a paintball with us. Bring your markers. My team will bring our launchers. All I ask is that you let me video it. Fair enough? I will stay with my handgun no matter what. This will only make them matter. Look, if you want to do that, that's fine. But the fact is that a lot of people across the country don't have access to own handguns because of either where they live not allowing them that access or because of their own history that no longer allows them to carry that. This actually gives them a viable option to protect themselves and their families. And statistics and countless examples prove that the vast majority of assailants aren't expecting any resistance. And the minute that they meet any resistance at all, they actually abort their plan. This costs as much as a gun. Well, considering it's used by literally hundreds of police departments here in the U.S., federal law enforcement agencies, security companies, and then governments around the world as an actual professional self-defense tool that they carry every day, it's clearly not going to be a cheap toy. Its role is to serve as a less lethal force option when lethal force is not going to be reasonable. Look, I'm sure your toolbox at home isn't just filled with hammers, right? Buying your 7th hammer when the job requires a wrench isn't going to be very effective, regardless of what the wrench costs. And the last one I'm going to go over today, it is like taking a knife to a gunfight. If they pull out a gun, you're dead. This is honestly actually the only true statement out of all the ones we've read today. None of us here are advocating that you shouldn't take a gun to a gunfight. I mean, if you know it's going to be a gunfight, take 2 guns. It would be my advice. What we're trying to say is this should not take the place of a gun. It's here to give you options. Do I carry a gun every day? Yep. Do I also carry a Byrna every day? Also, yep. At the end of the day, your response to someone's use of force has to be reasonable. And if your response is deemed excessive, you will likely end up in jail. So choose wisely.